Hey, what's happening? Been a long time, man. I know. Yeah, I shouldn't have been gone that long, but I'm here now. Got a few things. You can see my title is called "The Hidden Truth," and the hidden truth is just the name of our show, the talk show that we're going to do tonight. Me and my brother James Jones. So we're going to be talking about the hidden truth on the Reinvention Center. So I want you guys to, tune in. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. I just jumped on here for a few minutes to touch bases. What's up, John? Just to touch bases on a few randoms. Hey, Martha, how you doing? And Sandy, everybody, so I just want to jump and touch a few bases, bring everybody up to speed. What's up, bro? How you doing? And just kind of like talk about, tonight we're going to be talking about the sentencing guidelines and how they affect us. There's so many hidden truths in that they don't really make sure you mute your mic. So Mike, that you mute your mic so I don't hear anything. But anyway, I just want to talk about some hidden truth. I'd like to welcome my brother Mike Hall, to the show. He and I have been having some dialogue on my business page, Two Black. So, hey sis, how you doing?
Hang on, I got
It's just, it's all in respect and everything. So, I really appreciate that, Mike. We did
I'm with
we
you,
did a
brother.
lot of time. So we just I don't know. I want to move your thing now. So anyway, I just want to talk about a few hidden truths and just see how everything is going. Hey, babe, how you doing? The first thing I want to talk about, us having this show, and I want everybody to come on. I just posted the Zoom link. It's going to be on the Reinvention Center, so we're going to be having a Zoom call where we just talk about different things with the sentencing guidelines. Now, I'm still advocating for a lot of people that are incarcerated. So a new project that I just took on was James Scruggs. He's one of my fellow brothers, and he's a disciple at Bennettsville along with my other brother, Marcus Boyd. So I still want to advocate for them and let everybody know that we're going to need letters, from them and for them. So I'll post that address real soon. Everything is coming on, coming on pretty strong. I know I've been out of pocket for a minute, but my granddaughter graduated, and I wanted to spend some time. My son had came down, the one that had the what's up, Trey? Yeah, I wanted to spend some time. I wanted to spend some time with them, so so I've been incapacitated for a minute, and I've been trying to get my YouTube. All right, where do I start? Man, it's so much I want to bring. First thing I want to talk about all the riots that's going on and everything. I know we're mad people, but us rioting is only going to play into the psyche of how society views us already. One of the videos I found, like how the riot started in Minnesota, it was showing a police officer put on a gas mask and went up and bust all the stores in AutoZone. Now, this is the thing that they don't really talk about. They don't really talk about them. You got to remember back during the time of the civil in our organization to incite us off the path of the straight and narrow. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing that we got to talk about. All these are implants. People are already on edge and agitated. So you pouring gas on the fire, or you're poking the bear, as I like to see it. So when you poke the bear, you get exactly what you want. They're going to tab something. You understand what I'm saying? So if society keeps poking the bear by not wanting to arrest these officers and everything, and it took me a long time, man, to really not build up the courage, but to hold back my pent-up anger to speak on this issue. With Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and all the people that they have been killing, our people that they have been killing. And it's always some kind of excuse. They always have some kind of excuse for their officers and stuff as to why they kill one of us. But then they want to say, oh, wow, why are you guys mad? Man, we've been mad for over 400 years, man, but you keep on poking us and poking us and poking us. So they're venting and unleashing. I'm not saying that it's right or anything, but I'm saying, what do you get expect if you keep on sticking a stick in at a bear or at a lion or everything, and then when he finally gets a chance to get out and get on you, then you want to know what's wrong with him. But you've been beating and oppressing him for 400 years. You've been had your foot on our necks for so long that Now, when we react and lash back, society is tired of watching and sitting back looking and everything, watching you killing our young brothers and our sisters and stuff for no reason. For no reason. Because you grew up in hatred. You understand? So in other words, stop killing us. And also, I kind of want to touch on some of the people that who are my friends who are still in prison. They just extended, like I told you last time, the COVID-19 to July 1st. So this means that since February, since a month after I got out, the federal inmates have not had visits. Probably no prisons, but they haven't had visits of any kind. Man, you're talking about you went through Mother's Day where none of the women's got a chance to see their kids or husband and everything. You're talking about Father's Day coming up, which is, you know, a whole lot more men locked up than women, but you know, that's still that who haven't seen their girlfriends, their wives, their sisters and brothers, just their family, period, man. So pretty soon they're going to get tired. They're going to get tired. Number one, they're not reporting the true numbers that are incarcerated. Here's the thing. This is another thing that I learned. Just say at Forest City, they put out the director got on the bureau so hard that they told them in Forest City, hey man, you got to cut some of these people loose. So they were picking people to release. Here's the thing. The first 5 people they picked were white guys with 7 to 10 years left. You know, check it out. This is at Forest City Camp. They came through. This is at the camp. They're picking people at each institution to go home. Now, you already got so many of us still waiting on the First Step Act. So many of us waiting on the 924C and the Johnson. But you pick people who pled guilty to bank robberies and sexual crimes. You are picking them to release them early when the population is predominantly made up of us. So how are you going, I mean, how can you justify that? This is the thing that they're not telling you. You know what I mean? You got people's motions pent up and hid up in court, and then you got these quote unquote black wardens who are at the prison playing house nigger. You know, at the prison and not wanting to let our people go. Man, you get in a position like that, you're supposed to pick some of the people. You got people who haven't been in trouble in 20-something years, who are already waiting on laws that could free them. Should have been free already. Should have never been in prison for your trumped-up conspiracy charge. But you won't let these people go. When you know the prisons are overcrowded, when you know COVID-19 is running rampant throughout the prison and is still spreading, and they have no way to really social distance themselves, but you still won't let our people go. Man, these are just some true facts. You know, so, and then I think about what did in Breonna Taylor's case, you went to the wrong apartment, you killed the wrong person, but now you don't want to make a public apology or even acknowledge that you're wrong or prosecute these officers that did that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mike? And so here's the thing, man. It's just that we as a society, we got to take this same energy that we're taking to go out in the streets and protest. We got to take this same energy to start galvanizing a voters drive so that this can't happen anymore. We got to galvanize this same energy to go out to the polls and vote. You understand? We got to galvanize this same energy to go to Washington so we can change these laws that still have a majority of our brothers and sisters who are incarcerated. You know what I mean? I know you're angry, but do not let emotion lead you off the true path. The true path is us coming together as a people, man. It's us coming together as a people. You know, don't let them use COINTELPRO methods to distract us from the true mission. Tearing up anything is not going to bring Gregory Floyd back. It's matter of fact, especially in the Black Mecca, Atlanta. I mean, why would you tell a place that's like Black Wall Street? So we're doing their job. They don't want to see Atlanta thrive anyway. So any way that they can knock it down a notch, they're glad to see you tear up Atlanta, man. This is our Black Mecca. This is our Wall Street reborn. You understand? So people of Atlanta, man, don't be there tearing up your Black Mecca. And then not only that, the CNN people are the ones that's telling our story. Man, you guys are supposed to be protecting them because they're telling our story. They're painting our anger to society, to the world. They're the reason, the news people are the reason that people all over the world are seeing what's going on. The same way that Martin Luther King used the media to change the Kennedys. What he did, he said, no, we're going to let the dogs bite us. We're going to let them spray the water on us. We're going to catch it on the news. And we're going to send it out so the world can see, so that we can get change and justice that way. So you damn sure don't need to be tearing up the CNN Center. AutoZone, I don't really care about. Target, same thing. But you got to also remember, we're saying Target. Target is one of the ones who invest in the black community every year, all the time. You know what I mean? They're not going to let you get to those places that are quote unquote predominantly white, like in Beverly Hills and all those places. You ain't gonna even get out of there. They'll let you burn every police station down before they'll even let you get on their side of town. As long as you're tearing up where you live, they don't care. You know what I mean? You're right. Hashtag, Mr. Lane, you're right. Hashtag focus. Let's focus on what we need to do and let's move forward. And then let's keep that drive in mind, man. Let's just keep that drive to where we got to elevate our thinking. We can't lower ourselves to the things to the ills that the devil has taught us. That means they've looted our countries for years. You know what I mean? They've oppressed us for years by looting us and destroying our community. They dropped bombs on us at Wall Street and at Kent State. So let's not tear up our own stuff. Police station, not condoning it, but I didn't lose any sleep. But when something happened, the same way, I want you to think about this. The same way you blew up that police station when they're late on a 911 call, when we got some of our own people who are out there looting, our opportunistic people who are out there looting, is has eased over in our neighborhood. And when we dial 911 and call the police, we're mad because they didn't respond. But you just tore up the same police station that's supposed to serve and protect. So don't punish a majority for what a few haters seek to do. You're right, baby. They're the original looters. They're the ones who pillaged and robbed Timbuktu and stole all of our medical documents, our science and astrological documents, and claimed them for their own. Another thing I want to talk about is the perception of everything. If you look at this, I want y'all to think about this for a minute. And I'm not trying to play a race card here today, but I just want everybody to think. It's everybody's perception of how they view things according to the way that they grew up and the way that they were raised. Growing up, I used to always read in history. I love history. I used to read history, and I used to always look at. They always highlighted the Battle of Little Bighorn. The Battle of Tippecanoe, like down here in Mississippi. The Battle of Gettysburg. Everywhere they won, it was always called a battle. But everywhere the Native Americans won, it was called a massacre. If only 2 of their people died, now you just kill a whole tribe of people. But you just call it a battle of Little Bighorn. How you doing, Deborah? I'm fine. But as soon as they retaliate and get tired of you killing them, you want to call it a massacre when 2 people die, probably by your own hands. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. So the thing is, everything that's going to happen, no matter what happens, you caused the riots, but they're going to come back and blame us. You're going to come back and blame us for everything that has happened. Even though it's on camera that this officer went and busted windows out and incited the people when they try to get everything and they get mad and everything, and then you got your opportunistic looters who come back after being incited and start tearing up everything. After they find out it's the police, they go to the police station. Then you want to now come back and blame us. Oh, wow. What are they mad about? What the hell you mean what we mad about, man? We mad about 400 years of oppression. We're mad about you creating laws like the 1994 crime bill to build more prisons. We're talking about the crack law where it serves to throw a mass net out over the black community and scoop us up and put us into prison. Then you won't let my people go. Then here goes a virus that come through. You don't want to let us go. You've been holding us anyway. So you got all these safeguards as to protect the amount of people you release. And then if it's not politicized, then you want to continue to hold on to us. You got these crooked prosecutors that can put people like Trey in jail. But then you don't want to make known the truth. You want to make him fight for his freedom, with every dying breath. He has to get up every day and fight for his freedom. Every day and fight for his freedom. His family is fighting for it. So you don't, but even when the judge say that that the officers were wrong in not getting a search warrant to go into his house, even though the officers lied on paper, you call it what is it, excusable neglect or something. It's some term where they say, oh, we know he was wrong, but he's still guilty. A jury of his peers found him guilty. Hell, the information would have never been in front of the juries if the police officer hadn't forged the reports. You know what I'm saying? So stop. You always got an excuse for what your officers do, but you never want to let the people go that they harm. The same way in Marcus Boyd case, you took a state case where one of his friends got convicted of a murder and said because his friend worked for him that, oh, quote unquote, you had to cause the hit, so we're going to enhance you in federal prison for a crime that you didn't commit, a crime that you had no part of, but we're going to give you an extra 2 points and enhance you and give you a life sentence. Come on, man. And then you wonder why we're mad. You poke the bear, you get grizzly. You poke the bear, you get grizzly. So don't cry. The only thing I'm asking my people to do that's out there in the street protesting, I know you're mad, man. I know we're mad. Just channel your anger and let's find a way that we can garner all this energy and attention that the world is showing us, that the news media is exposing the people, man, because people are mad everywhere. LA, Detroit, Chicago, Memphis, Dallas, Minnesota, St. Louis, everywhere, man. People are mad everywhere, man. People are mad everywhere, but they're going to get exposed. Don't come out now. You want to lock him up now and spend the rest of your police officers putting them around his house to protect him and change his name. You're right, Deborah. Just like Fannie Lou Hamer say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. Man, we sick and tired of being sick and tired. So it's just one of the things that we got to do, man. We got to just stick together. We got to stay focused. And, man, we got to please stay focused. Don't lose sight. Don't let this steam build out when all this is over. You wonder what we got to do. We got to make it so none of this happen again. And for all you people who are out there standing around while this man say, I can't breathe, especially, black or white, man, make the people get up off his neck. Make the people get up off his neck while you're filming. Set the camera down and make the people get up off his neck, man. We'll risk life and limb and go out here and protest, but while the man is crying, saying that he can't breathe, fighting for his life, man, don't stand around and watch him die. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, man. We're quick to get enraged about a lot of stuff that we can prevent on the front end. We can prevent it first by getting out and vote. We can prevent it first by attending some of these lawmaking sessions to where if a candidate in your city, in your ward, in your county is not speaking your language and not talking about hearing what you have to say, then don't vote for him. Don't vote for him. Find the best one who's going to better suit our community and vote for him, man. We got to change. Even same thing with the police chiefs and the sheriffs and all these people who are in power. Man, we're voting these people based on what somebody else say about them. We got to get into politics and learn, man. We got to learn the ins and out of what we're fighting for. Use the tools that we have to fight with. We got to organize and expose all the ills that plagues our society. Mass incarceration being the primary one, because so many of our brothers are in prison, die in prison at the hands of guards and policemen. Man, you wouldn't believe if they put out a true number of how many people die in prison because of corrupt police officers inside of prison. Then the Gregory Floyd would be just, man, like a small token. That was captured on film. So what they do in the bureau, they hide all the films, man. I've seen officers open the cell and let people out and end up killing people inside. You understand? So we have our brothers dying they're police officers too, because they took an oath. They got a badge just like the police officer on the street, but they serve and protect inside. So there are people who are getting killed inside by officers with their foot on their necks, who get beat to death and die of internal bleeding in the prison. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So the first thing that we have to do, we got to vote these people out. We have to address the issues of mass incarceration so we can change policies, so we'll have a voice. So that we will have a voice. We have to get with Dave Franks in Indiana and go to the One Voice Movement website. You know, get with Amy Can Do. Everybody, one thing I learned too over the last, since I've been home, since I've been advocating, and no, this is not me asking for money, but we got people like Amy and Can Do and everybody. Everybody wants help with getting their loved one home. But nobody wants to donate money to Amy and Can Do and Brittany Barnett and all them. And I speak highly of Amy because when I reached out to a lot of, with the NAACP to ask them to help me, when I reached out to the ACLU and asked them to help me, my case was not political enough for them to want to step in and help me. So Amy was a person that took a chance on me and called, after her calling the ACLU, after a white woman calling the NAACP, then they made phone calls on my behalf. After her going to Washington and calling and talking to people, then my case began to get heard. It trickled down. It trickled down. You know, so that's why I speak so highly of Can Do and Malik and everybody. Malik made calls anytime from inside. If I emailed him and told him that I need him to make a phone call and check on this, the status of my case, and he called. So when these judges and prosecutors see that people are concerned about their people inside, those people begin to ease up on me and several other people that have gotten out. It's because it's those people who are lonely and fighting their case by themselves. Okay, it's those people who are fighting those cases by themselves from the outside. Even though Trey has a little help, he needs more help. I'm talking about both Trey. I'm talking about Sandy Innocence Trey, and I'm talking about Justice for Trey. His mom needs a lot of help. I'm talking about Robert Michael Evans, man. These people inside need help, man. So I'm talking about Evelyn Bozen Popple. She needs help. There's no reason that she should still be in this country inside a prison when her country is saying that they'll accept her back. Why? Why? She's over 50. She has underlying conditions that make her asymptomatic or make her the possibility or susceptible to getting COVID-19. So why are we still holding them? There are a lot of prisoners who are over 70 and 80 that they're still holding in prison because they're our skin color. They're either black or brown. What's up, soldier? So that's one of the things, man, that we have to do, man. We have to do. So we got to galvanize, get together, and stop letting these Willie Lynch dispensaries further divide us. And when I say dispensaries, what they do is they take religion and they give it to us and they divide us. But you know, they take our skin colors and divide us. They take our geographical sets and divide us. They take our financial wealth and divide us. Because as soon as a brother get out the hood, the first thing he say, he think he's too good to go back to the hood and help him. To me, that should be a mark of like the Nipsey Hussle movement. Nipsey Hussle came up from the streets, so you could go back to the streets and see to his neighborhood and to see what he has done. I'd like to go back to the project that Jay-Z came out of and just see how much he has done. Or Puffy, the neighborhood that he came back, and see what he has done. You know what I mean? What's up, Brother Demetrius? So I like to see, to me, that's a mark of success. What's up, cuz? You know, that's a mark of success when a black person make it, or a black figure make it. I like to go back and see what his, like Dr. Boyce Watkins say, I like to go back and see how many millionaires. He's almost a billionaire. I like to see how many millionaires has Jay-Z made. Not how many millions he's made off us buying his record or his clothing. You know, I like to see how many millionaires that he have brought up from the ground up and made. What kind of programs he's put back into the neighborhood. You know, so we got to stop letting these Willie Lynch dispensary further pump out these vending machine antics to divide us, man. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be switching over. It's almost my time, gentlemen. So I'm going to the Reinvention Center. I just posted the link on my site. And so please, the Zoom information is there. And we're going to be talking about some real stuff, man. It's going to be called The Hidden Truth. You know, the sentencing guideline. There are a lot of things that are in the sentencing guidelines that people don't know about. You know, like the obstruction of justice, they can give you 2 points and move the category. They play mind and math game to enhance us, to give us sentences. All they do, once the net get onto you and they trick you into pleading guilty, I think if everybody had a no plea quarter, I'm not saying a month, I'm saying a no plea quarter. Everybody who's caught up in the system from June, July, August, and September, do not plead guilty and tell them to crank it up. Right now with the COVID-19, the courts are backed up, but they still got to have trial because there's so many people. There's so many people who are still waiting to go to trial. And stop. Another Willie Lynch dispensary is, I'm going to give you 2 years off if you help get your brother 100 years, or your cousin 100 years, or your best friends that you grew up from the cradle to the grave, that you told him from the cradle, it was going to be you and him from the cradle to the grave. You know, that's one of the Willie Lynch dispensary members. I forgot the 5K1 ticket. You know, or the Rule 35 sandwich. They give our brothers that to eat on, so it's easy. You rather take 2 years off and give me 33 years, and just so you can get out and do the same thing and get violate and still do another 2 years then, when you could have kept your mouth shut and neither one of us would have been in jail. You run and take a plea. So they dangle that carrot of 5K1 in front of you. You run and bite it, and then you just get the point for them. I don't know. Same way the house slaves used to say, we sick. You want to take on the persona of them and start becoming them. Like you are not black. You want to stand in their shoes so much to where, and when they dream and die every day to be like us, our culture, our music, and everything, they fight to be like us, but you run to try to be like them. You know, man, I don't know, man. That's enough. You know, you're right. An incentivized ticket to tell on everybody. You know, so, but that's my time, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Come over to the Reinvention Center. Go to my page and look up the link. It's on Zoom link. We're going to start taking everybody in early. I'll see you there. Or as the old saying, don't meet me there, beat me there. God bless you. I'll see you soon. I'll post a link to my YouTube channel. You guys take care, man. I love you guys. Martha, take care. Tell Mama hey. Everybody. John, appreciate you tuning in, and everybody. Take care.